Pearson, blitz coming. McGrath almost got picked off.
Goes, he's going to deep, left center field, and that is gone.
5 minutes to go at Franklin College. O'Day again. Stevie, I'm going to go out and say this is the best home game we've seen all season long.
Lacrosse won their first postseason game ever last week, taking down Anderson 16-10. To add to the accomplishments, senior Anya Klodowski broke 2 school records, most points in a season and most career points. The Grizzlies then played Transylvania in the championship game, losing 21-4.
Both golf teams finished up their season by competing in, say it with me, the HCAC championship.
Was I supposed to say that?
No, just trying to get the audience at home involved. The women's team got 7th, with sophomore Sarah Cooper leading the way in 26th place. Freshman Esther Etherington and senior Mara Wilson tied for 27th.
The men finished in 3rd. And Franklin's top 2 golfers were freshmen Jacob Payne and Braxton Christie, who I went to elementary school with. They both placed in the top 10 and got all conference honors.
Now, because it's the HCAC Championship Spectacular,
Extravaganza.
Now, because it's the HCAC Championship Extravaganza, Extravaganza, we want to show you a short clip of the show that we filmed but never got released.
Welcome to our new show, Agree to Disagree, the Franklin's premier sports debate show. Unlike First Take, unlike Skip and Shannon Undisputed, we don't pretend to be experts. I'm your moderator, Jonah Decker, and today we have Sam Wilson and Cam Baker. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Jonah. I'm really excited to do this.
Hi, Jonah. I disagree. I've been dreading taping the show.
Okay, it seems the debating has already started. First topic, should Franklin College's esports team be considered a real sports team? Sam.
Well, to be honest, I'm not a big gamer, so I don't think I know enough to really have an opinion.
Okay, let's go to Cam then.
I only had a Wii growing up. I thought Grand Theft Auto was just a crime until last year.
Let's just move on then. What are your thoughts on the Colts draft?
I actually do have an opinion on this. Unless you are or were employed by an NFL team, you shouldn't have a stance on any part of the draft.
Let me jump in here because I totally disagree with you. Not only should you have an experience with an NFL team, your job must be directly connected to the draft. Or else you're not an expert and your opinion doesn't matter.
I think if you were a head coach on an NFL team, you'd be qualified enough.
More qualified than us, sure. But coaching professionals is their expertise, not drafting college players.
So instead of arguing about whether the draft was good or not, you're arguing about who should get to argue about whether the draft was good or not?
Yes!
I can't imagine this show is going to make it to another episode. Is there anything you guys are willing to argue about?
Well, we were professional partners on a semi-professional cornhole team.
Oh, then let's talk about that.
But Sam suffered a serious injury during the championship that cost us the title, and he vowed to never talk about the sport again.
Of course he did. Well, we need to take a break, but when we come back, Sam and Cam will discuss the NBA playoffs and their way too early Super Bowl picks.
No, we won't.
We're going to have reporter Jack Burke talk about track's conference results.
Thanks, Jonah. Franklin hosted the track championships this year, and the women got 4th while the men finished in 6th. Sarah O'Day won both the 100-meter and 200-meter dashes, and Allison Muck won the high jump and got 2nd in the 100-meter hurdles. Muck's performance earned her the Newcomer of the Year award. Also, getting a chance to stand on the podium was Haley Mikowski after getting 3rd in the 800 and Taylor Tatlock after placing 3rd in the discus.
I want to stop you for just 1 second and say out loud what everyone else is thinking. You're a lot better at this than Sam.
I didn't think it was my place to say, but yeah, I totally agree with you. On the men's side, Chase Miles won the javelin with a distance of 46.44 meters. For context, that's almost 0.03 miles. Zach Roberts also got a medal, finishing 3rd in the 110-meter hurdles, and for the first installment of a segment we're calling Hard-Hitting Journalism, Sam tracked down Zach Roberts before he recorded the Franklin newscast to ask him about some rumors.
Zach, is it true you sleep with your conference medal?
Yes, it is. Every night.
Can I borrow it while I'm walking down Day Mall to impress the ladies?
You can, but I'll need it back to sleep with, of course.
Nice.
Now I'm just going to waste time while Jack gets up and Sam takes his seat back, so... okay, just waiting, taking his time. Nice weather we're having, and so Sam, what do we have next?
It is now time to reveal your brackets and see what your thought process was and how well you're doing.
Yeah, so while the tournaments have already began, we'll get to see how I'm doing as of Thursday evening. So as you can see, baseball, I predicted Manchester to beat Bluffton, and that happened.
Yeah, nice.
And I had Manchester winning because, you know, I really liked their hitting. Bluffton's pitchers weren't overly impressive, and I just thought that they would, they kind of snuck into the tournament, and I thought that they would make some noise there, so I thought they would win that, and they did. And then Rose Holman and Anderson, I thought Anderson was kind of pretenders for the tournament, and I had Rose beating them. They ended up squeaking by 4-3. And then Franklin-Manchester matchup. Franklin won on a walk-off earlier today, which was good for me because I had Franklin beating Manchester and eventually winning the championship against Transylvania.
Yeah, definitely. Franklin all the way. Okay, moving over to softball. Looks like you had Transy beating Manchester.
Yes,
which already happened.
that already happened. I did originally have Hanover beating Manchester in the first game because I thought Hanover just had a little bit better pitching, but Manchester ended up beating them 1-0. So still impressive pitching from Hanover, but just not enough hitting. And then Transy, I do have them winning their first game and eventually going all the way. They are ranked in the top 25 in the nation, and they are very, very impressive in the losers bracket. Not losers bracket, but the bracket the people fall to when they lose one game because it is double elimination. I originally had Manchester versus Defiance and Hanover versus Mount St. Joe's, but it'll be Manchester versus Franklin and Hanover versus Defiance.
Like we said at the beginning, this is our last show of the year. We appreciate you watching over the last few months and are excited for the next season of the Semi-Serious Sports Show when we come back from break.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. There will be updates on how my brackets are faring throughout the weekend. Why do you have...
Fade to black.